3 ways to use your newsletter as a freelancer or agency owner. I'm gonna share some pretty cool strategies I've used to generate both clients, income, hiring people, and a bunch of other cool stuff using my newsletter, which as of the time of recording has 3,200 people on it and generates some pretty healthy revenue. My name's Gavin. I run an email and SMS marketing agency. If you wanna start your own newsletter, check the link in the description. There is a link to Beehive. It's the tool that I like to use. But let's get into the video. So, the number one way I use my newsletter is to get clients, obviously, right? So for those of you who don't know, who aren't subscribed to my newsletter, which you should be, subscribe in the link, I send out about 2 emails every single week to my entire database, which has 3,200 people as of the time of recording. What I do in this newsletter is I just educate. I don't really sell a whole lot of products or my service offering. I do it occasionally, but what I'm trying to do with my newsletter is I'm trying to position myself as an expert in my field, which is conveniently email and SMS marketing. But all I'm doing within my newsletter is just pushing educational content. I'm giving as much value as I possibly can up until the point where someone is ready to simply reach out to me and ask me to help them. That's it. I'm not really selling anything specifically. I'm not really pushing hard on, let me help you with your email marketing. I'm just educating up until the point where they're ready to buy. I do this a bunch, and you would be surprised at the type of results that we get from people for 2 reasons. 1, because we're not aggressive, and 2, because we're positioning ourselves as an expert and we're educating people and helping them up until the point where they're like, hey, you know what? Gavin clearly knows his stuff. He's an expert. I don't have time to do this. I'm just gonna let him do that. And it works really, really well. I literally just give a bunch of value in there. The second way I use my newsletter, this is a way that a lot of people don't really think about, is through sponsored content. And I generate some pretty healthy revenue, both from Beehive's in-house marketing platform, which honestly, it covers my expenses. I'm not making a whole lot of money from that, but also from dedicated shout outs from other businesses. Now, as an agency owner, if you're watching this and you're an agency owner, you're probably familiar with SaaS providers reaching out to you saying, hey, we have an amazing deal for you. Your clients would love this tool. Can we set up a time to chat? Anytime I get one of those emails, I parlay that chat into an opportunity for them to sponsor my newsletter. And I'll charge sponsorship deals anywhere from $600 all the way to $5,000 just for them to get in front of my newsletter and also obviously my YouTube channel as well. But having an audience that you know comprises of a certain subset of people, which in my case is email marketers or people who want to improve their email marketing, is incredibly valuable to people who want to sponsor content, because they know that my audience is exactly who they want their product or service to be in front of. And they're willing to pay a premium to get in front of that audience and for their product or service to be spoken about by somebody they trust. For example, having a newsletter of, in this case, 3,200 people with open rates of about 60%, having a sponsorship shout out from me to my audience, obviously make sure you quality check the products that you're trying to sell, right? You don't want to be selling anything. For me, we check everything that we sell, right? So we know it works. But being able to get in front of your audience and having their product spoken about by you means they're able to leverage the trust that your audience has built with you to promote their product. Meaning the value of the impressions, the views, and the clicks is inherently higher than something like a Facebook ad or a Meta ad, right? Because the relationship that they're leveraging is built up through you. And that's why the sponsorship opportunity is worth so much more, right? So yes, you can obviously make money selling your services through your newsletter, but you can also make a supplementary income from sponsorship on your newsletter specifically. And I'll be fully transparent. I mean, we've probably generated about $15,000 in revenue just from sponsorship deals on our newsletter alone. And keep in mind, that's money that I make while trying to build relationships and sell, or rather build a relationship to eventually be able to sell my services to my audience. So it's not like it's any extra work, right? I'm already doing the newsletter. I'm just making money on the side with sponsored content as well. And you'll be surprised, but the more your newsletter grows, the more valuable those sponsorship deals get. I'm telling you, that is one of the most hidden gems when it comes to people's newsletters, okay? The leverage that you have by having a newsletter from an advertising perspective is, I think, second to none. Perhaps second to a YouTube channel. And you can actually, if you have a YouTube channel, wrap that video creation offer, i.e. get a shout out on my newsletter for 600 or get a YouTube video as well for 1,000, worth a bunch of money too, right? And obviously if you need content, it's a great way to get a content production line set up as well. The third way that I use my newsletter, and this is one that no one seems to do, is for hiring people. Anytime I have a position that I need to fill at my agency, I send out a newsletter asking people if they're interested in working with us. And you would be amazed at the people, and rather the response rates that we get from people who are interested in working with us. And the great thing is, the quality of these people is significantly higher than, say, a job board post or, say, a tweet or a LinkedIn video. The reason I think it's higher is because you're getting people who are proactively trying to learn more about you and what you do and your service, and also just trying to educate themselves, which to me demonstrates really good initiative. So being able to push job vacancies out allows you to fill your roles a heck of a lot quicker, not pay for a recruiter, and not have to waste time posting on job boards. I've done this so many times where I'll literally just send an email out, hey, I'm hiring a new copywriter, anyone interested? 10 responses, 5 of them are good. I hire one within 3 days. It's that easy. The newsletter, I think, is going to be one of the biggest parts of any business in the future, and it has so many valuable aspects to it. Yes, generating clients, yes, getting sponsorship, yes, hiring people, but it also makes your business intrinsically more valuable if you ever want to sell it as well, because you have a list of people who you know are interested in buying your stuff. Highly recommend building a newsletter, and highly, highly recommend growing it any way you can. Now, if you're interested in how to grow your newsletter, check out the channel. There's a video about that. I'll link in the description as well. But any questions, let me know. Once again, I make these videos to document my own journey. And if you have any, tips or suggestions on how I can improve this, I'm more than willing to hear it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and actually subscribe to my newsletter in the description, and we'll see you in the next one.